any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Georgia Tech's offense will get the ball first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13th.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Here's a return from midfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Alabama's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He'll do it himself. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. He strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Dropping back, it's Kane. first timeout of the half. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're working that left side. Push down for the tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. A little screen to the running back. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch, you gave it the completion, whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long, you're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Turning it on. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes one man miss. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To the air, it's Beck. Finds the tight end. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Hale. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. of the period. First down here. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. He's in open space downfield. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Draw play, quarterback keeps it.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on fourth.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback?
Touchdown time! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his 3rd receiving touchdown. He's only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. To the air, it's King. Release to the back. It's complete to the left. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Yellow Jackets line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the fullback. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Stockton. Made a defender miss. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. To throw, it's King. They're setting up the screen. Breaks the tackle. Smash! smashes ahead. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Extending the play. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Makes the grab. It's Hale. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Hale. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Working the middle, it's complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw again. And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that
hits the afterburner. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense. Great field position.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll have to be precise from the left hash in this short angle. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pack.
Breaks away on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pulls it in. It's Hale.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw. It's Beck. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Using his legs, it's Madden. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. They've got the screen set up. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Stockton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
The give to the back. Running to Green. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. The give to the fullback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
There's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet. And you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Defense in press coverage. Give to the single back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss.
Into the secondary, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a gap. It's Alexander. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying play action. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
With the catch, it's Stockton. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Normally, I would say, 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the fourth quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Gets away from one, finds room. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration